My name is Perry Shea and I run and manage a high six-figure clothing brand called Unpractical. I'm only 19 years old and I've done over $900,000 in the past 2 years. And I know some of you may be thinking, well, that's just sales, not profit. Well, I can safely say that I've done over $250,000 in profit. With that being said, I feel that I have lots of value to provide you guys. So in this video, I'll be teaching you 5 tips that help me scale my brand to almost 7 figures. Let's get right into it. Starting off with tip number 1, and I know you've probably heard this a million times, but it is so important to have a unique brand name. Something that is catchy and easy to remember. So don't name your brand Motion this or Motion that, because as you probably have seen, there are so many brands that have almost identical names. You want to stand out. For instance, my brand name is called Unpractical. It's catchy, it's easy to remember, and most importantly, it has a meaning. So basically with my brand defines Unpractical as anyone with their own differences, pushing people to embrace those differences and chase their own idea of success. Now, if you're struggling to come up with your own brand name, you could actually just name it after yourself. For example, brands like Project Capri, Cole Henry, and Dave Will Supply, they all use their own name. If that still doesn't work, I want you guys to go on Instagram and just jot down all the names that you like, then find a synonym to that name. Moving on to tip number 2, do not use Pakistan manufacturers. Trust me, I've worked with over 10 Pakistan manufacturers, and out of the 10, there was probably only 1 that was decent. With Pakistan manufacturers, you end up overpaying, the communication's horrible, and their quality checks practically don't exist. So after waiting 1 to 2 months for your bulk, you're pretty much guaranteed to open up your box and be like, what the is that? Instead, you should only be using China manufacturers. And it's pretty easy to find reputable companies off Alibaba. That's how I found the ones that I'm currently working with. So what are some pros about China manufacturers? Well, the price is almost 4 times cheaper and the quality is overall better. Now, if cheaper prices and better quality don't convince you, I don't know what will. The only downfalls would be their production time, especially if you're a small clothing brand, and also their sample prices can be pretty high. But don't worry, I will teach you how to find really good China manufacturers, as well as negotiate for cheaper sample prices and faster production in a future video. So make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss it. Next up, we got tip number 3. Start off with the pre-order method. If y'all still don't know what the pre-order method is, it's basically where you drop a collection and you don't pay for the bulk until after 1 to 2 weeks. Then once a drop is over, you place a bulk based on the amount of orders you got. So let's say you got 40 orders from your first drop, you would then go place a bulk order for around 50 pieces. After waiting 3 to 4 weeks for your production, you are then ready to ship your stuff to your actual customers. Now, you only want to be running pre-order for your first 3 to 5 drops, depending on how well they perform. And once you have enough profits, you want to switch to pre-made, which is pretty much self-explanatory. You're going to be placing your bulk at least a month before your drop. This basically allows your customers to receive their products faster because you will be able to ship orders as they come in. So the main objective is to move away from pre-orders as fast as possible. Alright, so we got tip number 4. Make sure to have your email and SMS marketing set up. You want to have this set up before your very first drop. This is because as you're hyping up your upcoming drop, the views that you're getting from your TikToks and Instagram Reels are all potential customers that can sign up to your newsletter, which then you will be able to convert these customers with VIP special discounts that are only for the people that join the newsletter. So if you want to eventually be able to scale your brand to 10,000 and 100,000 plus months, you need to have your email and SMS marketing dialed in. And of course, I can't explain how to run it in this video, so I'll make sure to post a tutorial sometime in the near future. And I'm actually going to feature my personal email and SMS marketer. He's the absolute GOAT and he crushes it every single month. So I'm really excited to make that video for you guys. Finally, we got tip number 5, which is the most important by far. You need to take action today. Because what are you waiting for? We're already halfway through 2024. You're still procrastinating. Look, if you've watched up until this far, I'm pretty sure you're somewhat serious about starting a clothing brand in 2024. But I'm gonna be completely honest, starting a clothing brand isn't easy. If you can just start today and work on it every single day, you will be successful. Whereas if you don't start, you're automatically not gonna be successful. This applies to all entrepreneurship. Like when I first started, I was working 12-hour days every single day for months. Now, of course, you don't have to go that extreme, but it really depends how much you want it. There's this amazing quote that has stuck with me throughout my clothing brand journey, and that is, stop waiting for the perfect moment and instead make the moment perfect. There is no such thing as a perfect moment. Success only comes when preparation and execution meets an opportunity. So how are you going to take advantage of an opportunity that comes your way when you don't even know how to do the basics of running a clothing brand? So put your head down and start grinding today. You've been told to start, but instead you still sit there playing video games, drinking, smoking, watching pornography. You need to stop all of that and you need to get your head down and start today. So that pretty much wraps up the video. I will be launching a school in the future where I go in depth of everything that I talk about on this channel, because of course I'm not going to be posting hour-long videos. In this school I will have literally A to Z how to run a successful clothing brand, tons of pages of material, my graphic designers, my manufacturers, my email and SMS marketer, how I run my ads, and plenty more. That being said, guys, I really hope that this video helped you in some way, shape, or form. If it did, subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.